Welcome to Tweet of the Week. I am delighted to be joined today by Kristen Sotheran, our assistant principal at Walkersville Middle School, and she brought a special guest with her, Addison, who is a first grader in training, because the tweet that we're talking about today was sent when Addison was doing some coding work.
Yes.
Yes, and so Addison, I know as a first grader in training, that means you're in kindergarten right now, and you were very busy one day when Mom took this picture working on computer coding for your school. So can you tell me a little bit about what you do when you are coding?
Do you want to know the whole thing or just no?
Give me the whole thing.
You can use your finger to drag these little pieces, and on all 13 levels, you get a different new thing to drag. And there's these places like this dirt, and you have to drag the pieces on the dirt. And if you get the piece wrong, then he has to stop going, and then we have to start over that piece, and then we have to start again. And when you're done with that level, then you go to another level.
And so you have to, when you move that piece, you get pretty specific directions, right? Like you have to go one up and one to the right. Is that how it works, where you're kind of told which way to move the piece?
I can just drag it wherever I want.
So tell her about the blocks that you have to put the pieces in.
Actually, the only blocks. That's what the pieces are.
Yeah, so you go straight or left or right.
Or if you have this leaf block, it's he knows when to eat because there's this purple leaf. And you can also feed him whatever color, leaf.
Okay.
He loves to eat leaves because he's a caterpillar.
So the caterpillar's moving, and you have to get him to the block that has a leaf in it by either going up or over and getting him to the right place. And if you don't get him to the right place, they make you start all over again?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to try to get him to this red dot. You can tap on him to go, or the dot. And this dot has a little white design in the middle of it. And if you tap that or him, then he'll start going to see if you did it right.
All right. And so it's kind of cool that we're talking about blocks, because what's happening here are the building blocks for computer science, which I know is something that is very special to your mom. And so, Kristen, your tweet talked a lot about the excitement of seeing this happening for Addison in her school in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, but knowing that we have a lot of our students doing coding activities at the elementary level, the middle school level, and then amazing growth in computer science at the high school level. So you want to talk a little bit about why seeing these building blocks mattered so much to you?
Yeah, absolutely. It was so incredible the day that she was doing it because it took me back to high school and seeing our students in Frederick County just really build complete programs. And now that I'm seeing it at the middle school as well, it's our students are growing and learning so much beyond what we could have ever imagined. We're setting them up for success beyond measure. And so when she started doing it on her iPad, it brought me to tears, because I was so excited that I know we're starting here in Frederick County, and then seeing in her district doing it, it just makes me happy to see that we're preparing kids and our students for the future.
So in any content area, you have foundational skills. And what Addison is experiencing are the foundational skills for computer programming. And it is really cool, Kristen, that you've been able to see from the beginning and now working with middle school students, and then again knowing what our high school students will do. And it is the future, because we know with all of the advances in technology, when you can program and you can code and you can get that computer to do the things and solve the problems that need to be solved, that is going to be an important career in the future. So Addison, besides coding, what else is great about being in kindergarten?
Doing all the math that we do.
You like math? I love math. Was always one of my favorite subjects. Tell me something you're working on in math.
Well, we are working on that 8 plus 8 equals 16.
Already? Wow. You are going to be an amazing first grader if you're doing things like that already in kindergarten. That is awesome. And so now I'm going to ask your mom, what's amazing about being in middle school?
I think watching the kids come into the building is first and foremost like my favorite thing that I've ever seen. Coming from the high school and just seeing the students come in and be so excited, and they're transitioning to 6 classes a day, and I like popping in and seeing what they're doing. Middle school students are fantastic. They've got a personality all of their own, and I think that it's good for me to see.
Well, that's wonderful, and we're so happy that you have enjoyed that transition. And so as you can see, when you've had an opportunity to work at a high school, work at a middle school, and then as a parent, you get to see the foundation begin. It doesn't surprise me that Kristen immediately put all of that together and said, we are building the future, and we are doing that very much. And I want to thank all of the folks in our Career Tech Ed department who have worked so hard to make sure that we are getting those coding opportunities in there, our STEM coordinator at the elementary level, and then continuing into middle school and high school. So you never know what you're going to see on Twitter, but it's going to be something amazing that happens in Frederick County Public Schools. And I want to thank you both for being here today. Addison, I think you get an A+. So tell your teacher that you made her very proud by how you performed today, okay? All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Tweet of the Week.